Oop. That's not the volume button. Wait, hang on. I think my computer is getting into that weird memory leak mode. This feels like it is stuttering. Oh well, guess we'll figure it out. Ugh, it's not a good noise. I had a pretty good run earlier today, actually, in retrospect. Where I made it, like, almost through the second loop on 1 credit. Which I guess is vaguely impressive, but then I think about, like, what the point of that is, and there really isn't any. I think arcades, after you, like, beat the game, should give you a quarterback. So, like, if you're good enough to get through it on 1 credit, like, good job, it's free. You did the thing. It's like a piano that exists in public. Like, if you have the skill to play this, it is yours to enjoy. And, like, that is your initiative for getting better at the game. Or something like that. No, but you don't make money from beating the game. I mean, you do, but it's the money that you put in initially, so it doesn't really change anything. What I'm saying is, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's just very stupid. Here it comes. Oh, no. Okay. As long as it's not the axe. Well, that was just dumb. To be fair. I feel like when you have the sword, you end up playing a lot more riskily, but it's a lot more enjoyable that way. Just going up in all the enemies' faces like bop, like that. Oh, not like that one though, that one didn't quite work. I don't exactly know why that didn't work. Oops. I kind of just want to try the second half of the last level again. Bop. See, it's sort of fun. Sorry, when you've played it for like 3 months straight, you eventually have to come up with new things to think about. No! God damn it, that's right. Thought it was maybe going to be a weapon. It was not. That's gold armor. Oh, and the tongue went away. Please don't give me that instead. God, that's like the worst turn of events. You get a game over, it switches the weapon to one that sucks. Ugh. And you were right before the boss. It's not that I overthink it, it's just the pattern of the dragonfly things can vary, and sometimes it goes from like normal to just always somehow in your way. You can break into a crossword. I wish. Haven't done one in a bit. I'm probably bad at them. Think of all of the cultural references that have got to be in crosswords now that I missed out on during the pandemic. God, I can't believe himbo was an answer. Like, in the Times of all the places it would be in. Oh, oh. Shockingly not get hit by that. Oh. You know, the more I play this, the more I feel like it's actually very, very generous of them that they give you the armor back at the end of every level. Oh, this is that weird pattern where they all come at you at once. Oops. I think I only popped one of the chests. Oh, yeah, I watch them occasionally. The, British car people. It's very weird how little you can buy a car for there, how it has, like, no value on the secondhand market like it does in America. Don't I ever use save states? This particular core of MAME on, RetroArch doesn't support them. So no. God, I know, that's the worst bit. Like, you can unironically make a case that this is just training for speed running, and I would not be able to dispute it. I would be disappointed in myself that it ever got this bad in my life, but, you know, aside from that, it is pretty much the same. Just like one of those people that knows kinda too much about old game nonsense. Like, okay, that's gone beyond, like, interesting to know and into, like, scary enthusiast detail. It's like, if somebody stops you on the street and they say something like, hey, do you know in Mario that the clouds are the same as the bushes? You'd be like, oh, okay, that's a cool fact. Thanks, cool guy. If I stopped you on the street and I'm like, hey, did you know in Ghouls and Ghosts when you throw the axe, it's the only weapon that actually goes through the enemies, making it very easy to clear out multiple parts of enemies, but that's really not a consideration in the game, considering that only really happens in any kind of plausible place in the second half of level 3? Like, no, you would go to the police. That wouldn't be a cool thing for anyone to tell you. You would just think I'm nuts. What I'm saying is there's no social benefit to playing Ghouls and Ghosts. Oops. Oh, that's right. So shockingly, I've made myself worse at playing the game than I otherwise would have been because I've only gotten used to this one particular route. Like, I can still not even get past the second half of this game reliably. Or, like, even at all sometimes, so... That's years of work right there, before I can even bring it to anything. They should have a game charity marathon thing where it is solely like, we brought in the person who enjoys this game the most, and somehow they figured out, like, this game, more than any other, makes this specific person happy, and they're gonna play it, and you just sit there and watch them enjoy it, and talk about how great it is. And you watch it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's very heartwarming. Something like that. For example, they could call me in to talk about how good Sonic Adventure is, as I'm the person on the planet most entertained by Sonic Adventure. And there's like a little bar next to my head that fills up when I play it. And you're like, ah yes, the happiness is going oops. Going up, not going oops. That's not great if that happens. God, I can only wonder how many hours I put into this. Technically, I've streamed them all, so if somebody really cared, you could go back and do that. But don't. I mean, I'm curious, but... not that curious. I hope I popped that other chest. Good thing I checked, because I didn't. Womp womp. What is interesting to me anyway, and maybe it's not that interesting because I haven't checked, but I haven't actually watched anybody else play this game. So like, the things that I do, say to like beat that Aramer, where I'm like running and throwing the spear backwards, or in the second half of level 4 where I'm like jumping down the pedals and skipping that part entirely. Like, is that stuff other people do? Is that just something that everyone kind of discovers? Or am I some sort of like Ghouls and Ghosts revolutionary? throwing everybody through for a loop with these strategies. It only says nice catch in the Super Nintendo version, sadly. There is no nice catch in the arcade version. There's no, like, hey, good job, anything in this version. It's just Arthur, put on your golden armor and open the golden box. Whoops. I wonder why those guys pop up sometimes, but not others. Is it a time thing? Yeah. God, what is that Breath of the Wild knockoff? I saw it the other day, I saw a YouTube video. It is literally Breath of the Wild down to that glider mechanic. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Ouch. I don't know if it's the anime one, because Breath of the Wild was already kind of anime. Is that the one, Etna? Cannot remember the title to save my life. It had like a raft, I think, in the trailer. Some sort of crafting mechanic. Whoa, God damn it. That's so irritating because, he'll like start climbing up and you think when he puts his butt out he's gonna finish the climbing animation and he never does. So then he just gets stuck on ladders all the time. Or maybe that's just what I'm doing to it, I don't know. I see the animation change and I think, oh okay, he's getting up, and then, ugh. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, I think that's the one. What Johnny Mac said, not what Etna said. What Etna said can be summarily disregarded as falsehood and hearsay. Then again, if anyone else just makes up a video game name, I'll be like, yeah, it's probably that one. No, it popped one of the chests. Oh, I already have gold armor. Not anymore. Well. That's not great. Should really stop resetting. But I can't. I'm not currently back in the lab, but they're starting to open it up again. Wait, what am I doing? Sorry, entirely zoned out. Great. Guess you wouldn't expect him to be able to make that jump, but it would have been interesting. Whoops. That's what I get for being dumb. What else can we play? Oh, it's only this. I have to put more things in this new RetroArch because it is going to kill me with only ghouls. Panoramicon doesn't work. I don't know what it is, but I can't find an emulator that makes it actually not just a glitchy mess. Ah. How could you steal my girlfriend, Gritty? Yeah, I'm using the new one because I broke it. Broke the old one, I mean. I don't know what happens, or what happened to it. I could show you, though. Cool. Let's see if it does anything. Where is my RetroArch folder? I don't like the internet's fixation with clowns now. Just throwing my voice out there. In case you think you're the only one. Like, no, I don't like clowns either. See, there you go. That's my controller. 4. It's configured at least. So this version of RetroArch just doesn't, I don't know what happened. It doesn't work. Also, there is no more, like, option bar, task bar, whatever you want to call that. So I can't, like, pick anything. And, yeah, I don't know what happened. It's because I pressed F, which seems like, you know, in retrospect, yes, of course, pressing F would kill a thing, but it was the full screen toggle, because I somehow hit full screen on RetroArch with the toggle, but then the toggle went away, because it was full screen, So then I had to figure out how to make it not full screen anymore, and then I found out the answer's pressing F, but when I pressed F, it was broken ever since, so like, I don't know. I don't know what this software is, how any of it works. But anyway, that's broken. Fiddle with the config files for several hours. Yeah, you can go and do that, nerd. I'm gonna be out here doing a kickflip. Using my new version of RetroArch, which is really not much better. I mean, it works, which I guess is a start, but in principle, it's not much better. Yeah, video games. Oh, no. Not smart. Did I find out what they're building or fixing near me? I think they're repaving a road, but at this point, who can tell? Oh, not getting that. Yeah, they're spies going to steal the research. That's the Game Boy one, right? Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, 401k. God, I've played so much of these games recently. I get like a visceral reaction in my body next time I play one. It'll be like 10 years later and I'll hear the Ghouls and Ghosts theme and just lose it in a restaurant or something. And the music is very weird in this. It's like, here you go, here's your Commodore 64 homebrew music. I didn't even like the PSP one that much. It felt too busy. Too just like arbitrarily difficult, not in a fun way, and all the levels were like... I don't know. Too much nonsense. Too many gimmicks that are not fun. Ouch. Nailed it. Okay, bye.